Welcome back. I hope that was interesting and you had a good discussion. Your coordinator will give me some of those answers. I'm looking forward to hear what you were saying. Okay, so everyone, we have heard now, everyone who works in the education sector has a legal duty to keep the children who attend their school or their program. We have a legal duty to keep them safe from harm. And that means teachers, that means after school program. If we had a gardener or a security guy, they would also have to do this training because we're all working together for the children's best. So everyone that works in Ododuma or in our iSMART Academy, or if you take this teaching further, everyone that's working with kids, we say yes to protect and prevent and to act. And we do this in two ways. Firstly, we put practices in place so nothing bad can happen in our programs. And they are so fancily called best practices. If you read on the internet or go to different courses, whatever, you can hear everywhere best practice. So that is what we need to do in our place, and we probably started already. And then we learn about how to work with children. We have to learn what is abuse. How can you detect the red flags of abuse? And how do you go about it if you notice something? And this is the child protection procedure part. Okay, so best practices and the procedures. So what are the best practices for Ododuma and iSMART Academy? For us, it is very important that all staff and everyone that is in contact with children will be aware of situations that might present risk and to manage them well. Okay, so you don't go into something blindly, but that you're aware of what you're doing. So what kind of situations are we talking about? What are situations that we could prevent, situations that could lead to bad outcome, but that we could actually prevent? For example, being alone with a child is, of course, sometimes you're alone. If you're in your classroom, a child comes in early or before everyone else in school, you are alone. But what I'm talking about here is like having long time with a child alone. You don't have to, if that child comes in, maybe you just step out on the stoop so you are visible. For example, walking a child home alone after dark. Don't do that on your own. Taking a child alone with you in your car doesn't mean anything has to happen, but it could have a bad outcome. So we prevent that situation. It's every situation that could lead to abuse, we try to minimize those situations. Abuse, we will talk more about what that is. But when we talk about safeguarding here, we mostly talk about inappropriate touch or inappropriate physical interaction. And actually, it's not just for the children's sake we do this, it's also for your sake, because rumors can take place and they can ruin you. They can really, really make your life difficult. And in a small place like in iSMART or in Ododuma, a rumor can go a long way. So we do this to protect the children, and we do this to protect you as a teacher, as an assistant. Okay, so that is also safeguarding, that you protect the kids, but you also protect yourself. What else can we do? What is another best practice? We plan and organize the work and the workplace so as to minimize risks. And that is what we will just discuss how to do now, and also what you put into place. For example, that you always try to be 2 people in one program. Doesn't mean that one can step out to go and fetch something and come back. But it means that there's always 2 people on the premises that have an eye, so you can keep each other accountable, and that the children know that there are another grown-up to go to. And as far as possible, be visible in working with the children. Maybe not so difficult in Ododuma right now, because we don't have doors and windows. But don't be alone with a child, or with two grown-ups with a child, or 2 children in a closed room. When We have doors, open the door. Let it be accountability, let it be visibility. And then ensure that a culture of openness exists to enable any issues or concerns to be raised or discussed. And that is for you as staff. It's important that you speak together about this. It's a nasty topic. It's something we would rather forget and not care about, but it is important and it has to be talked about. And your supervisor needs to create a space, your coordinator needs to create space for her staff to feel comfortable to talk about this and to talk about uncomfortable things. We also want to ensure that a sense of accountability exists between staff so that poor practice or potentially abusive situations does not go unchallenged. You are in this together. If you see something, you say something. It's not about spreading rumors, but it's to do your very best that your workplace is a safe place. Actually, if you see something and you don't speak up, you're just as guilty. And it's not about ratting each other out, but if you see another teacher doing something inappropriate, please go and talk to your coordinator, to your leader, and say, I saw this, I don't know exactly, and then it's up to your leader to go and talk to that person. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's be above board on everything.